There's a difference between interrogation, guys, and interviewing. When I would come in and talk to a suspect, I'm interviewing them. Okay, they can say, I don't want to talk to you. I want a lawyer. Go pound sand. I'm taking a fifth. I'm staying silent. They don't have to talk to me, and I can't do shit. I tell you guys hundreds of times, I'd walk in a room. Hey, we know you're the guy. Blah blah blah. Catch him red-handed. Fuck you, pound sand. I'm not talking. I want a lawyer. I walk out the room. Done. Right up in my report. Such and such. Asked for a lawyer. Interview was immediately terminated. Bam. Can't question him no more because you're trying to prosecute this case. You got to do it a certain way. Y'all don't operate that way.
Right. So we get two choices. Yep. We either get interrogations or we get meetings, right? Yep. And a meeting is a little bit harder than an interview because in a meeting, they have total control, right? Like if you sit there and you're like, hey, could you tell me some more about your terrorist ties to so-and-so? They could be like, no, and just walk away. Like we also, in an interview, you at least have control of the room. So you've patted them down for weapons, you know, if they're carrying. Like we meet some dude in some spicy fish restaurant in fucking Malaysia. Dude could be packing.
Good point. Yeah.
He could have 5 guys in the wings ready to mug you. So like you got to be careful in a meeting. But then we also get interrogations. Interrogations are when we're like, they don't have rights. They don't have attorneys. We know that they're connected in some way. So it's just up to us to turn the screws until we get what we want.
So I have a question. Do you see patterns when you talk to people? Like, for example, I did a test earlier with you with the line, right? Obviously, I made it super easy because you don't know me that well. But I found when I talk to people and they're comfortable, you get them to talk easier. Is that true or not? Because I feel like there's patterns. Yeah.
So what you're getting, yes, there are patterns to people.
Yeah.
And one of the larger definition of what you're talking about is something called sense making. So sense making is an actual teachable process that we developed in Vietnam for how to interrogate Viet Cong prisoners of war, because they were ultra resistant to any kind of interrogation or interview. So we had to develop a process to break them down over time to get them to talk.
Yeah.
And essentially that sense making process is what has become the bedrock of how all conversations are explained. And it's getting to exactly what you're saying. There's a pattern to how people communicate. There's a pattern to how willingly they share information. There's a pattern to how they behave once they've shared information of a certain level of sensitivity.